Hello, I'm going to show you how to use RASK AI. So first, we'll go to the website, rask.ai. The RASK logo looks like the blue arrow up and to the left. So we'll click on RASK AI. Then we'll navigate over to their login. So these are the credentials that we'll use for today. The RASK website has a unique login where you actually need to, it defaults to the sign up, but we already have an account, so we actually want to sign in. So we'll click on that hyperlink that'll take us to the sign in page. We'll use the credentials that have been provided and sign in. So now that we're actually inside of RASK, we'll see some old projects in folders here. We're trying to keep it neat and tidy, so if a new video is created, it'll show up down here. We'll want to keep that in a folder structure to stay organized. I have a video here that I'd like to translate, so I'm going to drag and drop onto that blue banner. This is all looking correct, so you can optionally name the project here. I like to keep it the file name original. Numbers and speakers and video. RASK does a pretty good job of auto detecting. If you know there are only a limited number of speakers you can select, but auto detect does a pretty good job, so I leave that alone. Original language is almost always English, so EN, I can select English there. Translate to MX. Spanish MX is what we found has worked best for Spanish translation. And that's all that we need to select on this page. We'll hit translate and we'll see it start to upload. Yes, if you scroll to the top, you'll see the upload bar and see the progress. Okay, so we're almost done being uploaded. This took 5 minutes in real time for a short video, so a full gathering video could take 20-30 minutes. You know, it is time dependent based on how large the file is. So now that that finished uploading, it's going to process in the cloud. We can click on this thumbnail and enter into see the upload. It's more of the processing that's happening in the background. Okay, once it's completed, you'll get 2 columns, one with the English text and one with the Spanish translation, the initial Spanish translation. So we can watch the video here, and it plays in English. You can also see at the bottom it goes through the timeline, what it says in English and what it translated into Spanish. These speech bubbles can be adjusted if needed, but I tend to leave them alone unless there's a fast talking problem or a significant gap. So what we can do is initially I like to make sure that the settings are changed for expressiveness and similarity and accent. We found best results with 1 less than maximum for both. So for expressiveness, this would be the 1, 2, 3, 4th out of 5 settings. And for similarity and accent, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6. We've found those give us the best results without it sounding too forced or over the top on this end, and without it sounding too robotic or dull on the other end. So I hit apply here. That sets the setting for speaker 1. It was automatically detected that this video only has 1 person, which is correct. We'll hit save there. So now what I tend to do is these triangles indicate fast speech. So that means that the translation from English to Spanish, the Spanish has more words than it was said in English. So you can see how on this side it's 2 lines of text, where on this Spanish side it's 3 lines of text. So if we don't do anything, the Spanish speaker will talk faster to say the same content in the amount of time necessary. So to make the Spanish language sound a normal speed, we'll condense the text down. So we can see currently it's 122 characters, and we would optimally like it to be 50 to 80. So we'll rewrite with AI. So we start with 122. We'll hit rewrite with AI. It takes 2 to 3 seconds, and it comes back with a rewritten word amount of 75 versus 122. So when we hit apply, it now brings it down to 2 lines of text on the Spanish, which matches the English pacing. So it just makes the Spanish sound a little bit less rushed or less frantic or urgent. So we're going to basically go through the whole video and hit rewrite with AI to make the fast speech be rewritten in a more condensed or concise manner in Spanish language, just so that the speech sounds less rushed and better. So we're going to go through the whole video, clicking rewrite with AI and apply. Another thing we want to keep in mind is that ever so often we've found that RASK adds in garbage text, and that garbage text is letters or phrases or numbers that are in English but are not intentional. So it'll say we saved this many characters by rewriting with AI, and it'll say that on the Spanish side in English text. So just keep an eye out on that. It doesn't happen often, but it happens just often enough where it could be a problem. So as you rewrite, just keep an eye out for garbage text. At the bottom is typically at the end of the sentence, is usually where it's added. But most of the time you won't have that happen. So just keep an eye out. Okay, so this is my last speech warning of the video. Typically on church online, on the full gathering videos, the last couple sentences or paragraphs will be the benediction, the blessing. I tend to leave that unmodified so that the actual blessing is said word for word. This is actually the Church Online Vision and Offering, so I'm going to rewrite the last one, but that's just one note. If you're going to leave them written in the original language, I would do that for the blessing and the send-off at the very end, because each of those words are intentionally said each week the same way, so we don't want that to be condensed or more concise than it currently is. Okay, so now that I have rewritten the Spanish translation to be shorter to match the pacing of the English, and we've also set the voice clone settings, we're ready to dub the video. So when we click this blue button, it will deduct the amount of time of the video from our allotment. We're able to fix any errors once it's been dubbed, and it won't be charged again. So we only dub the video once. We can make tweaks and it won't cost us anything. But this will cost us 4 minutes because it's a 4-minute video file. So we'll hit dub video. And this reminds us we've reviewed the text. We've assigned the speakers. There's only one, so this isn't as necessary. Timestamps we haven't messed with or changed. It's just a good reminder that we've done all the steps. We've done all the triangles. We've changed the settings of the voice clone. So we're ready to dub the video. Okay, the video is ready. We have the dubbed video. So let's take a listen.
Y qué poderoso recordatorio de que lo que sea que estemos atravesando en esta vida se inclina ante el nombre de Jesús. Así que no sé lo que es para ti en este momento. Dios dice, no importa la adicción o el miedo, Él puede manejar.
Okay, great. So we have a Spanish speaking host there for our video. That translation worked. Everything sounds good to me. You can go back down through, make sure that the words are what they should be in Spanish. If you need to adjust any timelines, that works. If you click on a word, it will bring you to that portion of the video's timeline, and you can make adjustments to the duration of the speaking, and then you can apply changes that will redub the video. It won't incur any more costs beyond the first initial dubbing, but we're ready to download. So, there's also lip sync is a additional feature that has additional cost. You basically pay double to have the lips moving match the Spanish words. It takes hours to complete, and we don't like the result it gives us. So due to the increased cost and the results that we don't like, please don't add lip sync. That's a separate cost that we don't like the end results of. So once we're happy with the Spanish translated video audio, we're able to go download, and you can do all kinds of different formats. So video with subtitles, audio, or just the text in Spanish. So we want video, translated video. Click that, and we are getting the download. So show all downloads. And here it is. Here's our translated video that we've downloaded from RASK. So that's how you take a English video file and you take it through RASK to download as a Spanish video file. Thank you.